All right, Hiker Jay here. Pretty excited to finally unveil our off-grid living system. Here we've got Riley, who's been our guinea pig for this whole thing. But many of you may know we've been building out this RV for off-grid. We've prepped this whole site. We've got solar on it. I've got my pad over there where I often do park my Jeep on the property and do my videos. Now just stepping out of the RV, before we go over to the solar panels, this is where
This is the diesel heater setup. So got a canister in there, have my outdoor rated garbage bags, and then here we have the fuel. So I have this mounted so that if I'm driving it won't really adjust, but definitely want to get a larger canister that actually comes out here because I have to take this bolt off right now anytime I want to fill it up.
Yeah.
Kind of inconvenient. Would love something right here, but that runs right to the pump. And
well, you got a filter there too, which is easy to change.
Yep. It's easy to change, and then these are all easy to remove if necessary. Comes through the box, and then where you see this guy for the exhaust, everything runs up under there to the heater. And so there's a fuel line that comes right up, snakes in. But
and we did a whole video on how we actually cut those holes and sized it all in there too. We'll share that later.
All right, so the water heater, here's the internals of it. This thing was definitely an expensive product, but worth the money. So exhaust comes out here, and then here's my on-off switch for this one. Pretty simple system. I have
propane comes down underneath.
Regulator running.
Yep.
Right to a tank that tees into my gas lines. But I mean, it's pretty simple. That runs right to the stove directly off of one of the tees, and then the other one runs on the inside into the tankless water heater. But that wasn't too difficult. I actually removed what was the old propane tank mounted underneath that was from the 80s, and I didn't trust it at all.
Yeah, we'll probably move the propane somewhere. Was this we just got done and set up. And we can also go to like a 40-pounder propane, something like that could be kind of tucked away in the back.
A little tucked away, a little bit of a longer line, not right up by the
front
bunk area.
Yeah,
but all in time. Right now this is the makeshift.
I'd say one thing too, this area was all woods not even a year ago. In spring we came and cut it all back. Then we got some machinery, brought this up higher because it floods out. So then when we moved it in, we got like, what? I think we had like 2 or 3 weeks of rain straight. So we got these stones free, so we kind of made a entranceway so it wasn't so muddy. But one thing I did was I threw down clover really fast, and that helped put something on the ground and grows really quick. But I also have like Kentucky 50 in there too, so like it'll turn to grass in the long run. But this was really cool. If you ever see my videos, I shoot from that platform over there with my Jeep. So this is like our total off-grid system that's pretty fun to come out here and screw around. Quick one, he got that cover for the windows on Amazon, and that's been great. You know what, I'm gonna put an Amazon list, and I'll put a link down below to all the different stuff that you have, so they can find it there. So all right, so this is gonna be nature's power plant. So why don't you go over this area? So this isn't the final, as we mentioned. We have 2 Vogue RVs, 180-watt panels up there. We'll have 2 more come this summer that'll be added on, and in the interim I've run these parallel all together with some 120-watt Bluetti flexible panels. So I don't love that they're on the ground. I try to move them when I can. But those are going to be more for when you go on a trip somewhere and you can hook up, but we'll have these more permanent for every day. Yep. So in peak daytime right now, at what is not a perfect angle for our mount, we're getting like 300 watts roughly from these 4 panels. Okay. So not great, but definitely good for Michigan fall. And, yeah, absolutely. Not a completely perfect setup. Yep. And that runs into my port right into the Bluetti, which you can see over there. Yep. Before we go over there, water. Yep. And they always say, like, if you want to live simple, you're gonna have to cut wood and haul water, right? Haul water. And here's where we're at. Here we are. So I have 2 of these that I just go fill up. And I bring them here, take them right to my port. These, you know, mostly if I'm doing it right, a couple times a week, I'm having to fill. These are 6, I think the other one can hold 7, depends on how much I pack it. But yeah, usually 2 times a week I'm filling right now. Yep. Just to make sure that I'm on top of the dishes and stuff. We do have that old water system right there, which we are gonna mount up there, and we're gonna put gutters on here and collect water. Now our original thought was just having a hose on it with pressure up there so we can do some things around here. Ultimately though, we could put a purification system with a barrel and do a whole lot of stuff, but that's down the road. Last part is like right here, we're gonna have like a wood processing area underneath here. We've been collecting this size of wood because these are gonna be the chunks that are gonna be going into the wood stove when we have that. And I think we had talked about that too. Here is the entranceway to that right there. So you can open it up, fill up the wood, and go from there. Or is it this one? No, it's this one.
It's the big one.
This one, okay. And then there's a power system going in a loop.
Yeah, not ideal. I'd love to get these.
Well, and we've learned, like, we've been pushing to get this done. We want to get the trailer out here so that we could go a couple months, and Riley's been out here a couple months now, and we're going to go into heavy Michigan winter, so he's going to winter inside, but then come right back here, out here in March, and be ready, have some more solar panels, just what we know. So it's been really fun. We're going to take you on the journey. We're going to actually do individual videos on different things like the heater, the power system, all that stuff. We filmed it as we went all along, but at this point, I just wanted to share this with you all. So we want to do a kind of a walkthrough for you. All right, now I'm going to actually make a list of all the stuff that Riley talked about here, and I'll put an Amazon link down below so you can check it out there. But I do have to ask Riley, after 2 months, of course, not just 2 months, but the years of building this, what advice would you give to people on the way out here?
Be prepared to screw up a little bit and just constantly fix things. Be prepared to be less clean than you were before, at least occasionally. Depends on how nice of a shower you got. And then maybe prep for an interesting form of isolation, because if you're out in the woods in a small space on your own, way different lifestyle, but have fun. I mean, this has been an incredible project, and I wouldn't trade it for the world.
All right, till next time, just remember, life's a hike, so hike happy.